Welcome everybody to Selection Sunday. This is reveal of teams from 1 to 12 for the college football playoff, starting with the number 1 team and finishing with the number 12 team. This stream's probably going to be taking around maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something. Okay, we're going to start, and the CFP committee works like this. We take a poll and make it use the AP poll every day, and then depending on game results, we move teams up or down. We move teams up or down based on their weekly performance. For example, UCLA went up to 1 after beating Arizona State and Oregon in back-to-back weeks. Arizona State dropped to 7 after a blowout losses to UCLA and Oregon. Oregon went down to losing the Pac-12 championship. They went down to number 6. Michigan at one point with number 1. Now they dropped to number 8. But anyway, we are going to start, and the first team is the UCLA Bruins. And there you go. The first team is the UCLA Bruins, as ranked number 1 for the playoffs, the first team announced in the college football playoff. The second team, the first team is still from the Pac-26. The second team from the Big Ten to be announced is going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Ohio State Buckeyes, who actually defeated UCLA earlier in the year, so they're going to be started at the number 2 ranking. And from the Big Ten, they're a really good team. Really thinking they could, be a force in the coming years. Number 3 team this year is pivotal for their coach, because next year is going to go to the number 4 team in question for the bracket. But anyway, and the 4th team is the Alabama Crimson Tide. No, the 3rd team, is the Alabama Crimson Tide. They won the SEC over Florida. Over Ole Miss, over Ole Miss, I think, last week in a really tight game. They would end up winning 52-48 in a regroup game after they got blown out by Arizona State. That was a really good win by them. The number 4 team is the South Carolina Gamecocks, who also had a really good year. They lost to Alabama, but they beat Ole Miss, and it started a downward trend for the Rebels in question. But here they are now. South Carolina, the number 4 seed in the playoffs. Really, really good team. Redder is going there next year, so look out for that if you're in South Carolina. The number 5 team, Big Ten representative once again, the Iowa Hawkeyes. They are number 5 in the entire poll, and really, really good team. Their coach recently resigned a few days ago. Kick Finity is no longer going to be with us in the server as much. He is going to be focusing on the Football General Manager server, which is the AZCFA. The 6th team is the 6th team from the Pac-26, the Oregon Ducks, who finished season 10-3 with a huge win over Arizona State, and they had 2 losses to the number 1 team. First, Ohio State 46-44, and then UCLA 50-40. Really good games by them. The first round match opponent is going to be a rematch of the regular season and last year's playoffs. They're a really good team. Next team on this list, also from the Pac-26, we have Arizona State. They did. Hey, Redder, thank you for coming to stream. We are already at number 7. We have number 7, Arizona State from the Pac-26. They finished. They're technically right now 3-2 or 4-2. Can't quite remember. But they suffered back-to-back blowout losses. Well, they have 3 back-to-back blowout games. They lost in the blowout by 20, if I'm correct, to Oregon, then destroyed Alabama, and then ended up losing to UCLA 61-32. The 8th team in the poll is from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. They started riding up high with a good record. It started 3-0, actually started 7-0, and then they would drop back-to-back games, first against Houston and then the second game against Cincinnati. But they are still a really good team and therefore deserve to make the playoffs. The next team at number 9 finished 9-3. Really good year. They upset Ohio State. They beat Texas Tech, despite suffering blowout losses to Oklahoma and Alabama. The number 9 team from the Pac-26, the TCU Horned Frogs, really, really good team. They have the potential to be amazing. And however, their coach is going to leave next year for the University of Kansas. So we're not sure how that is going to turn out. The number 10 team, all the way from Europe, but is playing in the MAC. We have the Cheltenham University Robins, underrated team that Husky decided to take the Euro path, ended up not making it there, but the MAC path was still open, so they would end up winning that conference. The number 11 team is, this is actually taking less time than I thought, but the number 11 team is the Rio Jaguars, the Rio Cougars, who actually are the defending national champions, and they are really good. They're a really good team, in my opinion. And, well, congratulations to them on getting the 11th spot for the Freegners. They would be playing Oregon first round. Then the last team of the playoff, all the way from Asia, from Japan, we have Beijing University. They made the playoff by defeating Lokomotiv University in the semifinal Euro versus. Yeah, that is going to be a rematch. Beijing is after beating Lokomotiv in the UEFA AFC playoff, intercontinental playoff spot. So we have Beijing as the last team in the playoff. Thank you to everyone who watched the stream. I think only Redder watched the stream, but anyway, thank you. Yes, Oregon. They're looking for revenge. Thank you to everyone who watched the stream. This actually took only 7 minutes, so that was pretty fast. That was faster than what I thought. So the bracket is. So on one side, I'm going to show the bracket now. Give me a second while I'm just grabbing my chair here because I moved it so I could actually stand here. Just going to be needing my chair so I can sit down. So let me share the bracket here. So I have the bracket made already. Okay, this is my screen. I need to open this. You can ignore the rest. Let me go to the last slide. Okay, so here is the playoff bracket in question. UCLA would be playing the winner of Iowa and Beijing, and then South Carolina would be playing the winner of TCU and Michigan. Then on the other side of things, I don't know if this is, it was working. So on the other side of things, Ohio State and Alabama both get byes. Arizona State plays Cheltenham, which would be a game with Brandon against Husky, and then CRC would play Rio, and then Zachary would Ohio State, and Redder for Alabama. For the other side, CPU, me, CPU, Luke, and then Carter for the playoffs. So that would be kind of it. And thank you to everyone who watched the stream. Like I said, really fast. So going to be ending the stream. And thank you to everyone who watched, and I'll see you very soon.